On the occasion of Bhogi Pongal in Tamil Nadu, it's a treat really for fans of Thalapathy Vijay as his much-awaited film Master has released. Akshay Nath is joining us live from the Rohini Theatre, the very famous theatre in Chennai. Pramod Madhav is also joining us from the same theatre where the first show was at 4 a.m. Nolan Pinto is joining us live from Bengaluru from the Bharati Theatre. We're going to be focusing on not just the fanfare but also about a clear violation of COVID norms in place during the screening of this film. Before I take this across to our reporters, let me just get you a roundup of all the updates. This is, of course, superstar Vijay's much-awaited Master that's hit the theatres. The first show of the movie was at 4 a.m. and the tickets for the shows are all sold out as expected for the next few days. The movie also stars Vijay Sethupathi as well as Malvika Mohanan. Being the first mega box office release on Pongal, huge crowds were seen outside the theatres. Of course, delighted to see Thalapathy on screen. This despite the 50% seating order at theatres. The Master's film director Lokesh Kanagaraj, ahead of the release, said that it had been a 1.5-year-long struggle to bring the film to the audiences. He hoped that fans would enjoy the film. This film was initially supposed to be released in 2020, but due to the coronavirus pandemic, the release date was moved to 2021. Days before its release, also, the film Master was leaked online, and that led to a bit of controversy as well. And let me take this across to the reporters I just introduced. First to Pramod Madhav. Pramod, good morning. A lot of crowds at the Rohini Theatre. We've been seeing celebrations through the day. The big worry, however, is about whether this will lead to a COVID surge, because from the visuals that you've given us so far, there's no question of social distancing, many people not wearing masks, and there's zero enforcement.
Well, it absolutely is, Akshay, Lakshita, and the thing is here, we're at Rohini, and in fact, I just want to show one person over there who's wearing a white, shirt with a green, bag, who's walking at that point. That person is actually, holding tickets, and the interesting part here is that one of the person who watched the movie along here, he's telling that ticket sales went up to 3,000 rupees yesterday. So tell us, how was the movie at the first point?
Yeah, obviously movie just came out with the entire team also. It is excellent. Whatever we are expected from Vijay as well as the director. This is totally awesome.
How about 50% seating inside? What was the crowd there?
That is what they have taken, that whatever that government has said, that pandemic, whatever that precaution they have to take, that is what the guidelines when you say everything has to be pakka, and following other, going that persons are everything also following. That is.
And the ticket price went up to 3,000 yesterday.
Yes, yesterday. Why? Because that hype it is increasing, but people are ready to first day first show. That is necessary for this. That is what it is going for, 3,000 per day.
Even people were coming over here, they are thronging around the theatre at that point, and they were ready to shell out 3,000 rupees for one ticket, and that was the condition. Unfortunately, in this gate area, you could see there was we couldn't see much people wearing masks. In fact, even if you look around currently, you don't see many people wearing masks at this point. This is very unfortunate because several this Master movie itself went into a lot of controversy, because the first and foremost thing was how would they enforce social distancing norms, and that we couldn't see much on the ground. I can clearly say that at least 70% of the people were not following social distancing norms, either wearing masks or staying not being close to each other. But that's the condition at Chennai FTFS of Master.
Let me take this across also to Akshay Nath. Akshay, the first show was screened at 4 a.m. There is an order that only 50% seating is allowed in theatres. As Pramod is telling us, clearly tickets are being sold in black as well. Is there any enforcement on the ground to ensure that the seating doesn't exceed 50%?
Well, Akshita, what we're seeing here from early morning around 1 a.m. is that a lot of people have been gathering. Many of them without their tickets have also been coming just to see the kind of fanfare that happens in the early morning hours for a Vijay release. And what we can see here is that the multiple bouncers who have been kept in the entrance of the theatre itself, and they have been checking each person's ticket before letting them in. And similarly, there are multiple checkpoints like these to ensure that people without tickets are not entering inside the building, and to ensure that the 50% seating capacity which was given as a guidelines by the government official is being followed. So this is a preliminary measure that is being taken, Akshita. But outside the theatre, there is a much higher risk or a much higher concern. We're seeing that hundreds of people are simply standing here without even following any of the COVID rules, face mask not there, social distancing not followed. So this is a much bigger concern that we can see. Yes, it is a celebration, it is a day of Bogi, the first day of the harvest festival of Pongal. But what we can see here is that this kind of a scenario can lead to a much bigger crisis as far as COVID-19 is concerned. And for the regulations that we can see here, the Rohini Theatre where I am have put up a screen here, and every few minutes they have been putting out awareness program charts talking about how face masks have to be worn, social distancing has to be maintained, and sanitization has to be done every few minutes. So these are the kind of efforts that have been put forward by the theatres. But as far as the public is concerned, they will have to consciously take their own effort, own step to ensure that they're safe, and also people along with them are safe. And that is something which has been appealed by many others as well. Interestingly, Akshita, I'll also try to explain to you a good poster which has come here. It is a Vijay's poster. They say they call me Master, Matrangal Varum Faster. So you're taking into consideration that 2021 elections are closing by, and Vijay had also gone and met the AIADMK Chief Minister Adapadi K. Palnisamy recently. We can also see the political statements that Vijay had been making in most of his previous films is once again being repeated here. He's saying that they call me Master and Matrangal Varum Faster, which means I will bring about a change faster than you can expect. So, is that a political statement of Vijay? That's something that we'll have to wait and watch as far as, comments in the movies are concerned.
Let me also take this across to Nolan Pinto. He's joining us live from Bengaluru, from the Bharati Theatre. The fanfare isn't just restricted to Tamil Nadu or to Chennai. In Bengaluru also, huge audience, huge fan base for Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay. Nolan, what's the situation there at the Bharati Theatre?
Well, good morning, Akshita. In fact, at the Bharati Theatre, the first show has begun. Everyone's inside. But let me just introduce you to a few students who have actually come in the morning. They did not get a ticket. They took part in some dance performance over here. I'm going to speak to one of them. What happened? You didn't get a ticket to go and watch this movie?
No, we couldn't get a ticket because, as you all know, it's a Vijay. Okay. And there is next level startup for Vijay. Okay. And we didn't get the tickets. So we planned for a flash mob to give a tribute to such a big actor in Indian cinema. So we came in the morning by 7:30. Our friends, we are from Ajay College and RR College. Okay. So we came together. We did a small performance as we could. And it was a great experience for us because no ticket.
This is the problem.
No, anywhere. I mean, I checked in the book my show. Okay. In Bangalore, it's 100% full. Full. Yeah, first day.
To watch it?
Tomorrow. I mean, as soon as I get the ticket. If I get the ticket in the next show, I'll go and watch the next show itself.
Akshita, this is the problem they are facing over here. In fact, there are some more students over here. They are actually planning to head to college. What happened? You didn't get a ticket to watch the movie?
No. We are dancers.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, we did not get the ticket.
When do you plan to watch the movie?
Yesterday, today, first day.
Now, when do you plan to watch the movie next?
Yesterday, tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, Akshita, this is the issue. Students have to get back to college. They came in the morning hoping that they could get a ticket over here, but there are no tickets for the next 2 to 3 days. So, it's not just Tamil Nadu, but across Karnataka as well, especially in Bengaluru, that he has a huge fan base. And, well, no tickets, completely booked.
The craze is understandable because Vijay is a superstar. And this is the first major film to actually hit theatres amid the pandemic. So the fanfare is understandable. The questions, however, will be about enforcement of norms, about following all basic norms, because we're still dealing with the virus. Pramod, Akshaya and Nolan, thank you very much for joining us with the latest updates from your city.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.